Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Ellen, for those of you who have not been here before, and this is my channel, She Sews Happiness, where I share with you what I'm making, buying, everything really that is stitching related. So today's video is the first in a series that I'm starting. As you know, I've only had this YouTube channel for about a month now, and I've been trying out different times and things, and I really can't commit to any of those because my life is so sporadic and so all over the place that I've discovered the only day I have for sure to chat and catch up with you all is a Sunday. So yeah, I'm going to start a weekly Sunday Sews catch up just to share with you what I've been making, or really just to focus on what I'm doing on that Sunday, because Sundays do tend to be my dedicated sewing day. Now, saying that, it's now 7:30. I've just popped dinner on and I thought I'd come and have a wee bit of a chat and show you what I've been working on, and to talk a wee bit about the pattern that I'm currently making. So yeah, Sunday really is the only day I've got, and I spent a couple of hours today sewing. It was the first spring day that I've really felt in a long time. I know last week everyone was talking about spring coming, but then the cold hit all of a sudden and it's been freezing ever since. But today was glorious, the sun was out, got the dogs out, went for a beautiful stroll along the seashore, and God, it does feel good just to get that fresh, sunny day mentality back. So I'm in the sewing room, and this morning before I left and spent the day outdoors, I made a start on a project that I am working on with a fabric that was gifted to me as part of the Minerva Ambassador program. So basically they send me this fabric and I make something with it, and then I create a blog post which you can find on my Minerva profile, which I'll pop a little link into in case you are over there. Do come and find me and say hello. So yeah, I'm making a pattern that is not new to me. This I think is actually my 5th version of this dress. The dress in question is by Schultz Apparel, and it's called the Gerda dress. Now, I was really lucky to be part of the tester team for Schultz Apparel whenever the Girder dress was being released, and the moment Emily posted about the dress on her Instagram grid, I knew I couldn't wait until it was released to make it. So I did join up on the tester team, and that's not something I do very often because, again, it's a time commitment. So I'm always wary that I might possibly fail and not meet the requirements. So it's Sunday and I'm still drinking tea rather than wine. I'm not even sure what's going on here, but I just really wanted a cup of tea. So yeah, the Girder dress, the moment I saw it on Emily's Instagram, I was hooked. Now, if you're not familiar with Schultz Apparel, you can buy their patterns over on Etsy. This is the second of the patterns I've made. I've also made the Mina dress, but I wasn't happy with the fit because I made it before I really started to hone my skills, and I do have a lot of work that I need to do on that. So yeah, I was really delighted when I first made this, and I did twirl it because at this point I had the skills behind me to know how to make basic adjustments. So I didn't actually make an awful lot of adjustments. Really all it required, because I think it's drafted for like either a B or a C cup, was to do a full bust adjustment, standard edition, I know. And really just, I think I took the shoulders in by about like a 1/4 of an inch or something like that. It wasn't very much, and that's all I needed to do. So as I say, I have made 4 of these previously, and just as I go along, I'll share pictures of them in this video so you can get a feel for the pattern and what it's actually like. So as you know about me, if you've watched any of my videos, I do tend to go for vintage inspired silhouettes, and the patterns Emily creates are all quite vintage inspired, between the 40s and the 60s, I would say. So this one, the Girder dress, is no exception. And I think one of the things that I love the most about it is that feature collar, that huge oversized collar. Now, the big collar trend in general is not for me, particularly those clown style collars. And I can't even think of the one that I really hate. It's the Bakerloo, I think. I think that's what you call it. But I really hate that big clown-esque collar. And I really just think that it wears people rather than people wearing it. So yeah, I don't go in for that at all. But with this, it's kind of got that real classic tailored look, so I can actually pull it off. And I think a couple of things that I do love about it as well. So I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, one of the features I really love about the dress are the sleeves. So I'll pop in pictures because the one that I'm currently working on is a little far away and you might not see it too well. But the sleeves themselves are statements. You have the big statement collar and then you've got statement sleeves on top of that. And it's called a leg of mutton style sleeve. And actually what I've discovered is it's really flattering if, like me, you are quite heavy on the arm, and I do 90% of the time need to perform full bicep adjustments, but with this that is totally ruled out. There's no need for that extra step and adjustments, so it's really suitable for me in that way as well. So in terms of the construction of it, you basically have this faux wrap. It's actually part and parcel of the bodice itself. You don't have to fasten it in any way. The dress itself is just done up with a side zipper. However, and if you do go to make this, do toile it, because what I discovered was that I don't even need the zipper. I can get this on and off, because it's quite low, over my head without that zipper. So why would you faff about and put a zipper in if you don't have to? That's my logic. Anyhow, so yeah, and then just what it's missing there at the moment, and I have the pieces here in front of me, although I may not just do those tonight, is gathered skirt. So I've just got 2 rectangular panels, and it's a really beautiful skirt as well, because yes, it's just a simple skirt with gathers, but the front panel, and again I'll just pop in pictures as I go because you may not see it, but this front panel here between the 2 darts actually sits flat, and then the gathers start from either side of your your waist darts. So yeah, I think, you know, I carry a bit of weight around my middle area, so that works really well for me. It doesn't add bulk where I don't want it to be added. So yeah, I'm adding the gathered skirt. Now, saying that, there are actually a couple of options for the skirt, and there are instructions as to how to draft a tiered skirt as well. I just never really tend to go for tiered skirts. They feel a little bit too boho for my styles. Although having seen versions of them, it's absolutely beautiful. It's just not for me. And the sleeves as well, I should add, and I'll pop a picture in here, you can make them full length as well. So on that note, I think really what remains to be said is that the Gerda dress is a transitional garment. It's one of those garments that you could work throughout your wardrobe throughout the year because of the sleeve variations, the different kinds of skirts that you can put on there. And then again, depending on the fabrics that you choose. I've made this now in like cottons mostly. So I think 3 of the variations are in cottons. And really cutesy Dashwood quilting cottons at that, because I just love forest animals, and I feel with this really grown-up style I can get away with a little bit of novelty in my fabric choices, which is always really nice. Whereas you could, for the winter months, use heavier fabrics like wool and twill. This is actually a polyviscose blend that I've been sent, and it's a little bit lighter and flimsier than the cottons that I've made it in before. But yeah, perfect for the cooler months. And I've opted to stick short sleeves on there because we are now coming into spring and there should hopefully be brighter days ahead. So yeah, I'm not sure there's anything really left to say about the dress. In terms of its actual construction and sewing it up, it's relatively simple. So I've given you an idea of it already. So basically what you do is you interface those collar pieces, you put your bodice together after doing all of your darts and pressing those, and then you use bias tape to fix the collar to the bodice and just press it on in, and it's a really tidy finish. and I just find that the instructions themselves are really easy to work with, and I know it looks like quite a difficult to construct dress just looking at it, but it's really simple, and honestly it takes less than a couple of hours for me to make this dress from conception to the end. So yeah, it's a lovely pattern. So apart from that, then Sunday sewing, I haven't done very much. What I might do after dinner, if I can face coming back upstairs and I don't just collapse on the couch with my cross stitch project, what I might do is cut out a project to get started on then during the week when I come home from work. So as you can see here, I have made up another Tilly and the Buttons purl cardigan, which I've shown you in one of my previous videos. This time, and look at this, I've got like lipstick or something on it already, but this time I have opted to make the straight arm rather than the balloon sleeve, and then just set the little cuffs in. And really the only thing different about it then, apart from the sleeves, is that I have opted to make it in a very lightweight fabric. Now, cotton jersey is not a fabric that was specified in the fabric requirements, but I just decided to try it because with the spring and summer months coming, I don't want to be wearing anything all that heavy or cozy or warm. So yeah, it worked an absolute treat, and being a cotton jersey, it's breathable too, so perfect for those spring and summer days and evenings. And that red cotton jersey that I have in my stash that I was talking about probably in my last video when I was showing off what I was going to be making, that's going to become another purl cardigan. So I'll need to get back onto the Jenny Stitches website and order a little bit more for my Barbie top, which is what it was supposed to be originally. So yes, that's my Sunday sewing catch up. Hopefully you're also being productive and having some clearing the mind time, which I do think sewing is perfect for. So I might just get this skirt, construct it. I may not even bother getting it onto the bodice and hemming it tonight, but I'll definitely construct it, get the side seams finished, sewn up, get the gathers in, and pick that up again, maybe even in the morning before I go to work. So hopefully this will make me feel better about having a regular slot in my week just to share with you what I'm doing and show you my progress. And yeah, we'll see how we go with that. So thank you again for stopping by. If you have subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, please consider doing so and hit on the little notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And all that remains to say now is enjoy what's left of a weekend that is never long enough. Happy stitching, and bye bye.